Hello and welcome to the 25th episode of Journalism Classics with Ali Hakim. In this episode, I shall be speaking about investigative journalism. Kindly remember to like, comment, share this and other episodes of Journalism Classics and follow me across social media platforms. While regular reportage centers largely on events happening spontaneously or on pre-planned and slated assignments, investigative reporting requires strenuous preparation and diligent, in-depth research. The reporter or reporters and editors going into investigative reportage must be sufficiently discomfited or interested about the issue at hand or about the development requiring investigative journalism, or to prepare their psyche for the assignment. The issue could be about abuse of office, abuse of process, either by the powerful or by minions in the corridors of power. It could be about abysmal budget performance. It could be about industrial effluents discharged into water bodies or into the environment, or noise pollution by place of worship, particularly in Africa. It could be about the war against insecurity and how some dramatist personnel are benefiting from the misery of victims or of nations. It could be about sleaze in various areas of human endeavor, including the organization of sporting events. The list of issues awaiting investigative reporting is endless across countries of the world. As a matter of fact, there is always something waiting for investigative reporting in every bit to which a reporter has been assigned. Investigative reporting is, however, difficult to be conducted by reporters who have been bought over in their beats or have even turned themselves into the spokespersons of organizations that they cover. Reporters and editors to handle investigative journalism must be those who can boast of impeccable character or integrity, as they are vulnerable to be bought or to be dissuaded from carrying the assignment to conclusion. Sometimes it can be life-threatening to investigate some issues or development to logical conclusion. Therefore, the team of reporters and editors must meet to examine all the ramifications of the issue to be investigated and identify sources and questions to be asked to produce a report that will be of interest to readers, listeners, and viewers. Remember that investigative reporting is usually about matters of importance which some persons or organizations have been keeping secret or wish to keep away from public knowledge. Investigative reporting could be about abysmal budget performance. It could be about failure in the provision of social infrastructure. It could be about any aspect of the economy. Investigative reporting requires painstaking efforts, observations, record keeping, and interviews of many sources to unravel things which the dramatist personnel have been keeping secret. Investigative reporting must be original, and the report should not be a rehash of work already done in publications or in documentaries. It is a rigorous endeavor. The reporter or reporters and editor must be prepared to invest a lot of time in the investigation. Sometimes it could take several weeks or months. Those involved must be dispassionate in their investigation and must not allow their sentiments or emotions or allegiances to stand in the way of the investigation. Investigative reporters and editors must be conscious of the fact that there are boundaries. There are lines that should not be crossed in the process of doing your investigation. You are a journalist. You are not a police operative. You are not prosecuting officials or those involved in whatever you are investigating. You are interviewing them armed with questions that will elicit reasonable responses. You are not a thief, so don't go about breaking into offices or homes or hacking websites or people's phones or intruding on their privacy, all in the name of investigative reporting. Reporters going into investigative reporting must be those who can keep records about an issue over time and who have that ability to conduct researches. Fortunately, many reliable search engines and publications are bound today to assist in the discharge of the assignment. Reporters and editors in investigative reporting must be prepared to check, cross-check, and double-check whatever information they come across before putting such information into writing. As it obtains in normal news reporting, you must strike balance where needed. If, for instance, a government agency has shirked its responsibility and lays the blame on another agency or corporate organization, investigative reporters must obtain the views of the other agency, organizations, or persons, and where necessary, conduct independent research to ascertain which of them is actually truthful. The next thing to do is to present all sides. That is what the first and second or third agencies claim and what has been found independently. Apart from the tendency or possibility to step on toes, investigative journalism has other challenges, the topmost of which is media ownership. It is near impossible, for instance, to read damning investigative reports about the publisher of a newspaper in his paper he publishes, or a critical analysis of the owner on his radio or television station. You will hardly find a stage-run media house that will publish or broadcast damning reports about the sitting government or governor. The same situation obtains in privately owned media outfits. Another challenge is the risk factor, as the reporters in investigative journalism in particular may be stepping on dangerous toes during the investigation. There is no job or endeavor that does not have its risk factors anyway, so this should not be a disincentive for a determined reporter or reporters. Sometimes attempts are made to induce or compel the reporter or his or her editors to drop their endeavor. It could be in the form of gifts or subtle threats. If you are determined to conduct the investigation and better inform the public, this should not be a problem, as you set out ab initio to do a thorough job of the assignment. God willing, I shall be on your way again next Sunday. Kindly remember to like, comment, and share this and other episodes of Journalism Classics, and follow me on all social media platforms. Bye for now.